Some people call them jet skis. Some people call them wave runners. But either way, a personal watercraft, or PWC, is an extremely fast, highly maneuverable, and unbelievably powerful recreational vessel. It is for this very reason that the PWC can be extremely fun to operate and potentially be dangerous if not operated responsibly. Keep in mind that the PWC you are renting is a high-performance boat. It is not a toy. Be sure to carefully observe and follow the instructions and safety rules you will receive from your rental livery operator. As you are operating your PWC, make sure you have enough gas for your return back to the rental livery. A good rule of thumb regarding the fuel use is 1/3 out, 1/3 back in, and 1/3 in reserve. Pay close attention to the required safety equipment provided by your livery operator. This may include a life jacket, fire extinguisher, horn or whistle, and other important equipment. All life jackets must be U.S. Coast Guard approved, the proper size for the intended wearer, be in good and serviceable condition, including straps and zippers, and properly stowed. Life jackets are available in various types and styles. In nearly every state, all PWC operators, passengers, are required by law to wear a properly fitted U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket at all times. Severe internal injuries can occur if water is forced into body cavities as a result of falling into the water or being near the jet thrust nozzle. Materials that are thicker, a tighter weave, water repellent, and closer fitting will tend to provide more protection and are the best choice to maximize your safety. Before starting the engine, be sure to securely attach the engine shutoff cord or lanyard to your wrist or life jacket and wear it at all times, keeping it free from the handlebars. Then, if you fall off the PWC, the engine will stop. Your rental operator will instruct you how to start your PWC engine. For the most part, it is as simple as pushing the start button. To stop the engine, push the stop button. Remember, stopping the engine will not stop the forward motion of the PWC, and on most PWCs, steering control is lost when the throttle is released or when the engine is turned off. This is extremely important to remember when trying to maneuver around an obstacle in the water. It is imperative to keep the engine running if you need to turn even slightly. The throttle controls your speed. Apply the throttle lever on the handle to accelerate and release it to slow down. The handlebars move the jet thrust nozzle, directing thrust in different directions to steer the PWC. Again, do not release throttle when trying to steer. Without thrust, you cannot steer the PWC. Remember, PWCs cannot stop on a dime. Go slow and give yourself plenty of space to stop. Take early action to avoid collisions. When operating a PWC, maintain a proper lookout and scan constantly with sight and hearing. It's not only a good idea, it's a legal requirement. PWC accidents can be caused by the operator's inexperience, inattention, or failure to look out for hazards, swimmers, other boaters, or shoreside structures. Operators should continuously scan the water for people, signs, objects, and other boats, especially other PWCs. Always scan the area to the right and left behind your PWC before making turns. Be especially alert for towing vessels and never cross between the towing vessel and a person on water skis or other devices. This includes tug vessels, whose tow items can be a few hundred yards to the stern. Be alert for conditions that limit your visibility or block your vision of others. Always operate at safe speeds, taking into consideration the conditions around you. This includes other boats, weather, and visibility. Keep your speed under control and don't test the limits. Keep a safe distance away from people, objects, and other boats, including PWCs. Don't weave through vessels that are underway, stopped, moored, or at anchor while exceeding a reasonable speed. Don't operate your PWC at an excessive speed in a slow speed area or in a swimming area with swimmers present. And do not ride at night. Your PWC does not come with navigation lights. Not only is this unsafe, but also most states do not allow PWC operation at night. Do not go near others to spray or splash them with water. This may be considered careless and reckless operation. Avoid sharp turns and other maneuvers that might make it difficult for others to avoid colliding with you, or that might make it difficult for others to understand where you are going. As a reminder, the PWC you are renting is a high-performance boat. It isn't a toy. Ride within your limits and avoid aggressive maneuvers to reduce the risk of loss of control, ejection, and collision. Do not jump wakes or waves. Sharp turns or jumping wakes or waves can increase the risk of back or spinal injury, facial injuries, and broken legs, ankles, or other bones. Again, do not steer toward an object or person and then turn sharply in close proximity to that object or person in order to spray or attempt to spray the object or person with the wash or jet spray of the watercraft. Do not overload the PWC, as this will have a profound effect on the steering and stopping. Ask your rental livery what the minimum age is before you allow your children to operate a PWC. Just because a child can reach the throttle of a PWC doesn't mean that they should. In addition to these local regulations, some good rules for riders are: riders' feet should reach the footwell floor. Riders should be able to hold onto the handholds or person in front of them. No passengers should sit in front of the operator. The jet drive intake has tremendous suction and will pull loose items through the jet drive, much like a powerful vacuum. Items such as long hair, sand, stones, fishing line, loose clothing, or life jacket straps can become entangled in moving intake parts, resulting in severe injury or drowning, not to mention expensive damage to the vessel. Be sure to keep these objects away from the intake grate. Do not apply the throttle when anyone is standing or swimming anywhere near the PWC. Water and or debris exiting the jet thrust nozzle can cause serious injury. If you capsize in open water, swim to the rear of the PWC and turn it upright. Most PWC manufacturers have placed a decal at the bottom or rear of the vessel that indicates the direction to roll your PWC to return it to an upright position. If no decal exists, ask your livery operator to ensure you know which way to right the craft. If you roll it over the wrong way, you could damage the PWC. When out on the water, keep yourself and others safe. Boat responsibly, stay alert, and make safety-conscious decisions while operating the PWC defensively. And always wear your properly fitted Coast Guard-approved life jacket. Remember, we want you to have a fun, safe experience out on the water. Your actions and adherence to the regulations and recommendations in this video and those of your livery operator are essential to having a safe and enjoyable experience.